Hey neighbors, how's it going today? So I've been playing Monster Hunter Wilds. I got about 12 hours in so far, and I wanted to give you my first impressions of the game, what I'm currently feeling and thinking about as I play the game. Before we do all those initial thoughts, I did want to cover kind of the player count and the Steam reviews. We typically go with those first when a game first releases, and then I go over my thoughts. So let me give y'all a little quick showing here. Alright, so we got Steam DB pulled up, and this is strictly PC, so I'm always going based off PC users, because with console data, we don't really get a lot of accurate info in regards to that. So far, like right now, there's 675,000 in the game right now, but Sunday, I know a lot of people don't play on Sundays. Yesterday, this game peaked at 1.3 million players. For context, 1.3 million players, let's look at Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter World peaked at 334,000, and then if we go to Rise, peaked at 231,000. Alright, let's go back to Wild. And this game peaked at 1.3 million, almost 1.4 million. It's absolutely selling like crazy. I think most people aren't coming from Rise. I know a bunch of people are, but a lot of people, this is their first Monster Hunter since Monster Hunter World, and this game is just continuously going mainstream, and I'm really enjoying that. A lot of people are liking Monster Hunter. I'm really enjoying it as well. The reviews, though, on PC, because apparently consoles are not having any issues, really. Just onesies and twosies issues here. Console gameplay is going really well. PC, however, is having a little bit of an issue. Let's go ahead and go to the reviews. It's at 56% mixed right now. And performance issues. Let's go for more of the negative. More optimization, performance issues. Performance, and overall it's just frame generation broken. There's just overall, and this happens with a lot of PC ports, there's just a overall optimization and performance issue. At first when I played the game, I had a little bit of those issues, but then once I kind of adjusted my settings and found like the perfect mixture, I kind of optimized my own settings that it actually performs very, very well. But it doesn't really automatically set it to optimal levels. It says it does, it doesn't really. You really gotta have to kind of finick with it. But otherwise, I've been having a really good job. I've been having a really good performance with this. I've been having a lot of fun playing this game. I know a lot of people are having those issues with performance. I hope to get that fixed. It just seems like there's always an issue whenever it comes to PC, whether that be Sony, Microsoft, or any of these companies. Just can't seem to optimize PC releases quite well. But luckily, I didn't have a lot of those major issues. So that's the main thing that's holding it back on PC, but otherwise on consoles it seems to be doing really well. This game's really selling a lot. Alright, so we've gone over like how it's doing. How do I feel about it? If I had to explain how I felt about this game is, I really love the gameplay. I love the hunting. I love the combat. I love that you can use two weapons now. I don't have to go back to base camp to change every time. I can have a backup in case I want one melee weapon, one rage weapon to adapt to the situation. I think that's really good. The hunts have been quite shortened, which I know is a double-edged sword because some people like the long hunts, some people like the shorter hunts. But I think it's a lot more manageable, but not completely reducing the difficulty. They still feel hard, like especially once you proceed further into the campaign, you start to face harder and harder threats. I know a lot of veterans were saying it's too easy. We'll see once we actually complete the story and start fighting the harder threats. Then we'll see how easy it is. Because that's typically how it is. When you go through the story, it's not terribly difficult. And then you complete the story, go through the end game, and then it gets a little ridiculous. But overall, I'm really enjoying the game. The gameplay's awesome. The hunting's awesome. Like I said, you gotta have to kind of reach the end game to really enjoy Monster Hunter, because when you're going through the campaign, there's a lot of So in Monster Hunter World, it wasn't that bad. All the cinematics, all the talking, it was brief. It was used as a vehicle just to get to one monster to the other. In Monster Hunter Wilds, they are really heavy on the cinematics, on the exposition dump, even with choices with, you can choose like what you say to inquire about things, which I get. I like that they're experimenting. The problem is there's a lot of dialogue just to say absolutely nothing. Like, okay, we're moving on to the next monster, and I feel like it needs to be shortened. I appreciate that they are experimenting, but you really got to know your audience. We're not here for the story. We're here to look at pretty things, see dangerous monsters, kill them, wear their skin, move on to the next one. So the campaign needs to be kind of more simplified, because there's lots of times I'm just watching the cinematics, and there was a couple times I just skipped because, man, I'm trying to get to the next hunt. Like, can we please streamline this? And it really breaks the pace. Luckily, the hunts are a little bit shorter, so I'm not spinning, but there's also the double-edged sword, like I said, because now these cinematics are so long that I'm spending longer times in the cinematics than I am at the hunt the cinematics about, and it's a little ridiculous. I can't wait till I can finish this campaign, because I'm getting kind of burnt out on it. It is a cool story, it's just the way it's executed. Too much exposition, too much dialogue, but otherwise the premise is really awesome so far, 12 hours in. But overall, I'm really enjoying Monster Hunter Wilds. It's going to be extreme success. I just hope they fix the PC issues a lot of people are having, and that they don't just forget about PC users. I hope they keep developing on the hunts. They're getting really, really good at streamlining everything, giving you 2 weapons, having be able to harvest stuff from afar. Ooh, the mount is extremely helpful. Just, there's so many improvements to this game, but again, a bunch of the dialogue is kind of hindering it back, but I'm enjoying it. I'll give you a full-on review hopefully by the end of next week. I got spring break, so I should have enough time. I want to put in enough time in this game to give it a fair review. Overall, I'm really enjoying it. It's not bad. It's really, really great. I'm so far at like an 8 out of 10, kind of pushing 9, depending on how the end game's going to be, because that's mostly what I'm looking at. Otherwise, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. You can tell by my stuttering and kind of the breaks in speech and kind of snorting here and there that we're kind of just doing this as I go. It's not scripted. I'm trying to get better at it. I don't want every single thing to be scripted. Just the reviews so they can get accurate information. I'm trying to be more personable and just get better on thinking at the fly. Make sure to like and subscribe to the video, and as always, come be our neighbor.